let's go ahead and talk these artists of our era. Let's talk about another artist that's been in the news lately this week, making a lot of news this week is Ti. So before we get into that big topic, I guess because he's making the waves with 50 Cent and whatnot. This video came in my timeline from his podcast Expeditiously, and he was talking about marriage. I'm gonna cut it up. He's talking about when he first bought that house that everybody's seen on the reality TV show, but now he had a little bit extra when he talks about the story about buying that house, and he got into uh, when it comes to finances and marriage. And I wanted to get y'all thoughts on this because I found it a little interesting. And since I got the marriage council here with me, everybody in attendance, we got Rick, E, and B in the house. So I wanted to get y'all thoughts. So I'm going to play this clip real quick for you.
The lake house, the house you see on Family Hustle, that's a house, man, bruh, I didn't even want this house. And we found a motherfucker, and I overpaid like a motherfucker. I bought with my pride and my ego. But because she wanted that house, you know what I mean? I later grew to love it, but I bought it because that was she wanted, and we raised our children there, so now it has like a sentimental connection. You know what I mean? It ain't really nothing that I'm a prodigy, keep it in the family. You know what I mean? Cause now I'm redoing the whole house. Goddamn. But so that house, she ain't never paid a bill, ain't never had to pay a bill. If she wanted something done a certain way, like for instance, she wanted palm trees going down the motherfucking driveway. So that's something she did. She went, spent her money, and got palm trees on both sides of the driveway, and the shit look good. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that ain't nothing that she had to do. That's something that she wanted to do. So that's how I feel. Your woman should be able to reserve her funds for shit that she want to do within the house.
Exactly.
Not that
it's need.
My nigga need me to come in or else we gonna be put out. Yeah. If you got down like that, then bro, you ain't really like, that ain't no position of leadership. That's a position of partnership. It's also important for us as men to think about what makes the woman whole. Like, just think about what make them feel confident and feel purposeful, feel needed, feel like they doing some shit that, you know what I'm saying?
So we heard that, and some may consider this type of thinking a little outdated, but some may prescribe to exactly what he was thinking. I know one thing's for sure: when it comes to marriage, one of the biggest issues that you got to tackle is money and how to deal with the finances. Now, hearing what T.I. was talking about, is his playbook outdated, or what's your thoughts on that clip right there?
Ooh, okay.
Well, before we start answering that question in that video, I just want to make an announcement to the people. You should be watching the brand new podcast that's taking over the airwaves, You Plus Me Equals Us. It is a marriage podcast featuring me, myself, and my wife, Miss Sharon. We go live on Facebook every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. So we do talk about issues like this, and we do take questions from people that are listening and watching. So just wanted to throw that out there. Since we on the marriage council subject,
there you go.
We will have that marriage council tomorrow, 7:30, Evan Curry Facebook live page. Go ahead, follow, sign up, and wait for us 7:30. We'll be there sharp.
And I will be tuning in to throw some darts. Just FYI. But what the hell was he talking about? Sometimes it's hard to follow T.I., man. I don't know if it's, like I say, Mike Head with the impersonation of T.I. and just ruined it for him and Will Smith. Or it's like he was going back and forth. But what I can gather out of it, he say men should basically pay for everything. It depends what you're looking for, because me personally, I was looking for a partner, got a great partner, you know, even though it's never going to be 50 Cent, because the man, you know, the right man, we do what we do, trophy husband right here. So, you know, on top of those bills and just what she ain't got, I'd be like, baby, don't worry about it, you know, but she's also a partner, so she kick in, she help out, she do all that stuff. But even when it comes to other stuff, that's the financial, because a lot of times when you get that from a dude, they going the trade off be the other stuff that they feel like men shouldn't do, like cooking, like cleaning, like taking care of baby. Like we got a new baby, we trade off. I say, baby, go to bed, take a break. I get the baby, you know, me and her, we kicking it, we swaddling, feeding her, all of that stuff. You know, just like with Eden them was talking the other day, and the people was like talking about that, like, oh well, we gotta come home and cook and clean. Not in this household, because sometimes I cook and clean, sometimes I do the shit, so she don't have to, even if she here, because we work from home. So I'm gonna leave a little meat on the potato. But that's why I just then it was funny, because when your people said that, I just came in from cooking, from grilling and shit. So that's why I was like, what you talking about? I cook and clean, I take care of baby. So yeah. But a lot of times when that go on, when they got a relationship like that, I don't know T.I. what he got. A lot of times though it's a trade off, as if you gonna do everything I say, woman, and you gonna just shut up. That's it. That's what they be looking at it like. So that's my thoughts on it. Pass the mic.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like he's talking from a place of privilege. Like T.I. is T.I. He is who he is. So yeah, you can do what he does and be able to provide for his family the way he can. That's great. You know, but everybody in the U.S. ain't like that. You know, and honestly, it's not economically feasible in today's world. Like if you do, the statistics say you have to have a dual income to make it. So like it's a farce just in that from that standpoint. Like it sounds good, but it's T.I. being T.I. I mean, like, and I would need to ask more information about what he means by leader and partner. Like that was kind of confusing to me. Like where was he going with that?
Yeah. If you're in a partnership, isn't it times when you take the lead in that partnership? That's what. So help me out here.
Yeah.
Well, y'all gotta understand, we talking about Clifford from Atlanta, Georgia. It's the Southern way. It's old school automatically right there. They thinking it's old school. So that's where he coming from when he say the leader and the partner side. But me personally, it's partnership the whole time. Give a little, take a little, take a little, give a little, take a little, give a little. Give more, take a little. Take a little, give more. Take more, give a little. It just depends on what the situation needs and what the situation dictates. So I understand what he was trying to say. And there's no like dictatorship in marriage. It shouldn't be, in my opinion, if you want everything to flow smoothly. But it's just, it should be hand in hand. You working with each other, seeing what the one wants to do, still communicate about it, because you don't want to just spring something up on somebody and not be warned about it. Like when he talked about her getting the palm trees, you don't want to just be out in the dark and then these damn trees just show up at the house and you like, whoa, what these damn trees doing here? So at least she talked about it. At least they had that conversation. But as far as him saying she saves her own bread to do what she want to do, I agree with that too. Women should have their own money and do what they want to do, but still talk about it. Don't just spring it up, because then communication is lacking at that point. Somebody is hiding something. You shouldn't hide anything. I mean, every single thing should be on the table, big or small. If you think like, I can get away with that, she ain't even gonna notice. You need to say something if you got to think about that first. If you got to think like that, you need to say something about it. So just communicate, man. Be on the same page.
Everything's gonna be relative. Like, like Biggie said, more money, more problems. But the more money you make, the bigger your expenses are gonna be. But like, I think there should be at least 3 accounts. You know, you got your joint account, and you got her account, and you got your account. And what you put in y'all's account, like he was saying, you can spend freely how you want to, you know, but everybody still got access. Because that's where you start to get in trouble, because you doing stuff you don't need to be doing and it show up.
You say, oh, everybody get access to what? It's my account.
You heard him right. You heard him right.
It's your account.
You heard him.
It's yours, but it's coming out of ours.
No.
Yeah.
That's why you said 3 accounts. We got the
Right.
together account that
Right,
we
for
both
bills
access. You
yeah.
got yours
See?
that I don't have no access to, and I got mine. I don't need you in
I
my
knew-
account. That's what the together
I
account is
knew-
for.
Nah.
I knew B was gonna show up sooner or
Here
later.
y'all
I
go,
knew
man.
he was
Y'all
gonna
Captain
show up.
Americas. Hell no. That's like my phone. Stay out of my phone.
See?
Stay out of my account. Stay out
See
of
what
my
I'm saying?
stay out of my
Now
shit.
that we here,
What's the point?
Why?
What's the point
Why?
of having
Why?
separate accounts?
What do you mean?
What's the point if y'all gonna give them access to have separate accounts? Why not just have one big ass
It's-
account?
It's just in the light of anything happening. You still need to be able to access that account. If anything happened, like let's just say you go to the store and you get in a car accident and you die. How's your wife going to access that if
She's a
she's not
beneficiary.
permitted to use? Yeah, but still, it's a whole lot of stuff. Just because she's
Yeah.
a beneficiary that she's still not going to be able to have access to because her name was not associated with that in
No, it
that
is.
opening
See, that's
of,
just-
of the account.
She's a
And that's just the
beneficiary
practical.
on the
That's just the
account.
practical part.
So it's like I die, she go to the bank, say he gone. Now you get in my account. Now you get everything in the account. Now
So what-
when
but-
you're living,
But what
Hell
are we
no.
hiding?
What's-
Why? What are
That's
we
what I
hiding?
was just
that's my
get it,
damn
Rick, because
money.
I was about to say.
I
What do
don't
you
want
mean?
I don't want to look at her money. I want to be like, oh girl, you bought some, you spent some money on this. I don't want her saying shit, but to me,
See-
we got the
see, that's-
together and we got the separate. Now, and we
But
both
that's-
agree with that. It
but
ain't
that's
necessarily
where-
hiding nothing.
That's where it gets hairy for men like yourself that has
Why?
such a, because it's not that you want to look at her funds and that you're going to look at her funds. It's just the fact in time, if you need to, you can. Just because you
what?
can don't mean you have to do it. You
Why
know
do
it's
you need
there,
to
but
look?
that
Why
don't-
would I need to look at her account? We both here, we healthy, ain't nothing happening, nothing crazy. Why do I
So
need to
what
look
if-
at her account?
just for shits and giggles. What if she get locked out of everything and she call you
Yeah.
like, "Hey, honey, can you look at this and tell me this?" That still counts as you looking at it, but that is just in a situation that you had to look at it. Just because it's there doesn't mean you have to do it, and you don't have to take offense to doing it. Just because stay out of my shit. No, it's still
Nah, man.
y'all's at the same time. Y'all are
No,
one.
it's not.
Literally.
It's mine
and
and,
I-
it's hers. And
I
we
just kind of
got
look at
ours.
it. I kind of just look at it as I just always want to be open with my wife,
Yeah.
and
can
I don't
be
want there
open.
to, and I don't want there to be a space where it's like under lock and key. Like I don't know.
Because then what are we
just-
doing at that point?
Right.
Now
Because
see, yeah, okay, go ahead.
that's
Rick.
a closed door for other things to be closed off too.
Yes.
Because you've already, and I'm not, if it works for y'all, fine. I'm just
Yeah.
saying in our relationship, like we've been in places where we've been closed off to each other,
yeah.
and it's not a good thing. So I just feel like just the little stuff like that just leads into closing off of other things.
Well, I mean, see the mind I got, I could take that one or two ways. You being a good guy that you are, you got the dad gang hat on, or you afraid to be
Gang.
closed off, like you don't trust yourself with certain liberties and freedoms. Now that's what I think, the mind that I have. I trust myself with liberties and freedoms because, you can't be around each other 24/7. You don't need to look at every single sentence to be said of everything. Because I know, going back to the phone situation, Sharon, I know you can look at my phone. They ain't about no other women. It could be just some random joke. You be like, man, why you saying that? You ain't gonna understand the guy freedom. It's the same way on hers. I could be getting on her damn nerves. She was like, man, this for getting on my nerves today. I don't want to see that and then get mad. Oh, what you talking about? You get on your nerves. And vice versa. But I don't see that as like nothing negative in the sense that now I'm like, oh, I got to worry about everything she's saying and everything she spent. No, because some expenses I'm not going to understand and some expenses she not going to understand. She not going to get it. And I don't want to be questioned about my damn money. Period.
See, that sounds like
I got that.
100% ego right there.
Yeah,
That's just
that
There ain't
100%
no ego.
That's
How's
what it
it
sounds
ego?
like. Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you don't want to let go of that ego. Because that what Rick was saying, the closed doors, that's what's going to close doors, that ego of you feeling like that. There's no reason to feel like that. It's okay. She's your best friend. She's your lover.
She is.
She's your wife. And nothing about it is negative. So why even have that portion of your brain open to the possibility of a negative? It is what it is. It's just money. It's just your wife. It's her money. It's your money. It's the joint account money. And that's it. No ego should be involved with that, because then that's when everything is going to get interpreted a certain way. And the interpretations is just as much as an assumption. They both make an ass out of you and me and everything together in that assumption.
Well, you got to know your audience too. So me and her, we cool with it. We be like, "Yo, we got this account. We putting that in that account, and that's cool. House expenses, but sometimes she might buy some shit, and she be like, "Yo," and I might buy some. And I don't want to be like, it ain't got nothing to do with no ego. It's just you individuals too. You coming together like Voltron, like right. The shit back in the day, man. They with the Power Rangers, they came together, man, and made this big ass monster. But in order to function as that big monster, they had to be individuals as well. So you got to be individual. Individuality is important in relationships, and that's just it. That's part of individuality.
Yeah. I don't feel like I have to close off anything to be an individual.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, but you'll get certain manipulations to
see
alter
that's
your
the negative part of your brain. That's the negative part of your brain.
Now you know good and well, and some men are just guilty of this too. If they see something, they gonna be like, where are you doing that for? Like they gonna say it. Who?
Because they're insecure. That's why they said it. The man.
No, I'm talking about on the woman's side too. But they might not be insecure.
Because they're insecure.
I mean, it might not be. I can't even give them insecurity, but they might not understand your reasoning for doing certain things.
It's either insecurity or past hurt in past situations that's getting, as people will call it now, triggered.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It could be that sometimes, and this is what I had to learn as far as now this is ego. I had to learn this, that sometimes my wife will have a better way. And it's funny because I don't like to talk about my accolades, but let's talk about my accolades since you talking about ego. Now we gonna go ego. I got a master's degree. I got 30 years of computer experience. But then the wife come, hey, why don't you do it this way? Or she be like, well, why are you doing it this way? You know what I mean? And at first I'll be like, get away. I'm the expert. But then I start seeing another side of it. You know what I'm saying? Just like, because sometimes they gonna get at, just like cooking. My wife got she is generational chefs. I get in there, cook. I just want to cook it my way. She be like, I know you say get out your kitchen, but you should do it this way. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. I don't want to hear that shit with my expenses. I don't want to hear do it this way. If I ask you that, if I include you to that, fine. But if they got access, they're gonna automatically give you that. Why you doing that? Why you spending that? Why don't you? No, I don't want to hear that. That's why we got a joint account for that. So I'm cool.
Right.